back with another video, and as you can tell, my first wig making 101. I did not teach you guys how to sew down the frontal, so I'm gonna go ahead and teach you that now in the wig making 101 part 2. Today's video is going to be for putting down the frontal and plucking. As you say, don't mind how I look. It is 10:50 in the morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and take all of these apart. And another thing is I like to stretch out the bottom of the wig cap for the nape of the neck, and it gives me more space it stretches out the wig cap so it fits more customizable to the head shape, basically. A lot of people don't do this. They don't even know to do that. So make sure you're doing that. Otherwise, the wig is gonna fit, but either it's gonna fit too tight in the front or it's not gonna cover up all your braids in the back. So first things first, let me just pull this out. Knots perfectly bleached. If you want me to teach you how to bleach your knots, I will do so. Just let me know. Period. My wig head, right? Let me back up because I have to be able to get in this. So I'm gonna put my frontal like this. I'm gonna place it on top. Place it there, and you want to make sure that it's pretty even. You want to make sure that both sides of these are evenly, like that. So the first thing that I like to do, like I said, is make sure that I have an inch or two away from the cap and the hairline. So I'm going to pull this down like this. This is going to give me a chance to basically use more cap space so that I'm not running out and her thing fits perfectly. So I'm gonna put this here like this, and then stretch it back, pull it back so you can't pull it no more, and then pin it down. Boom. Now it's in place, right? So you're gonna go in again and make sure that both sides of these are equal, and they are. So now that that's done, this is where I would normally say, turn it to the side and look from the back. I'm gonna just do it from the back. Hopefully that's easier for you guys to see. So here we are from the back, and let's just start from this side, right? I always want this to be flat. You don't have to sew this whole thing down completely because with your ear tabs, you're gonna end up cutting some of this off anyways. So I just put it down flat and I pin it. And this also gives me more leeway when I do put on the wig, for the wig to actually lay over my ears instead of like trying to cuff them so that it messes up and then you're like, oh, the wig doesn't fit. No, the wig is gonna go over your whole head and the ears so that you can have that space to wiggle and cut your ear tabs, and then it fits seamlessly, is what you want. It is so flat. This side is not what you want. You see this? Can you tell? Yeah. So I'm gonna keep fucking with this side to see why. It's like telling me to pull this forward, which means it wants me to pin like this, and I'm gonna do it actually real quick just to see if that's gonna make a difference. And you see how I told you I didn't pin the whole thing down? Like she has all this space here now to cut off potentially as an ear tab or keep it. I'm gonna make sure that there's an equal amount. It's not equal on this side, which means this side is pulled more on this side. Doing. You're not gonna always get it right on the first try. It used to take me like 15 minutes to figure this out. And always measure your client's head when you're doing a wig. The average head size is 22 inches. I think the smallest is like 19 or 20. There's a 19-inch head actually. I don't know if there's 18, but I know there's a 19-inch. Cool. This size, cool. Now, this is where I would go in. I would pull the hair up to see what I really have going on right here. Or even if I'm like freshly done washing the frontal, I brush all the hair to the front like this so I can see from the back. You're gonna start from one end and work your way all the way around to the other end. I'm actually gonna show you guys what I mean. I'm gonna do it real quick and then I'll show you the end result. You see how I just picked up the mesh? 1, 2, 3. I'm using cotton thread, but I highly recommend nylon if you have to use cotton. just make sure it doesn't tangle. You see I was trying to tangle? Make sure it doesn't do that in any kind of way, because you will get a knot and then you're gonna basically have to cut this thread apart. So pull it. It's trying to snag. Pull it tight, boom. For your knots done. Your foundation has started. They're saying equal size. You don't want them to be multiple sizes. And this is what the fuck you don't. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This is what y'all don't want to do. I be cussing too much. You don't want to do this and shit. You don't want to start jumping. You see this whole gap? That would have been a whole like knot. You don't want them. You want to keep them like small like that. Just please don't do it. I'm not even gonna say it's okay to do, because it's not. I used to do it that way growing up because I was lazy as fuck with my own wigs. And like I said, trial and error. I will never do it again. Don't let it do that. So that means all I have to do is really, if it starts to do that now, then that means you have to take this out and pull the frontal a little more, either forward to make it stop or this way. So I'm gonna just pull it that way because like I said, it's not gonna hurt or make a difference in how her wig comes out. All right guys, so the wig is completely done. First thing I do is go in with some water and make sure that the part's straight. So when you pluck your wigs, you want to make sure, if you wear side parts more than middle parts, set your part. Go in and set it and then work around that. But I always go in with middle parts to do this because it's just, it looks more, it's right basically. Make sure everything's wet. And I like to part out my baby hairs first so that I don't over pluck the front of the hairline too much. Just make a thin line of what you potentially would use for baby hairs, right? So then, this is where I hold, you see, this looks so good, I'm excited. Then take your tweezers, but I prefer using these ones. These are A1. I'm trying to make sure it ain't fucking blurry. Yeah. So then I just go in and there's no right or wrong, well, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Everyone does their own way, but you don't want to create any type of bald spot. So keep moving. Do not stay in one area too long because you're gonna create a bald spot before you even realize it. See how much hair is already starting to come out? These are like the best tweezers you want to use. Pointy ones get the job done quicker and it's way more neater, right? So this frontal's pretty natural already. I'm not gonna over pluck it because like I said, one thing I want to say is a lot of people idolize the whole natural look, which obviously 100% I'm with that. But what y'all not understanding is the fact that when you guys are letting people customize your frontals or do your hair, or if you're doing it yourself, a few people that just like really over pluck their wigs that I know of, and it looks so bomb, but it's just like that shit ain't gonna last you. Like over plucking like that is not gonna last you at all. So that's why I'm like, there's no point in even doing that. I used to go in and take parts, right? I don't even do that anymore. I just basically do this, keep brushing it back to see how dense is what and where. But it looks so good already. I might still go in low key. Not right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and part it. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't, but I noticed one time I didn't do it and I was just plucking. It came out really bomb. So I'm starting to like try to incorporate both techniques into one. But like I said, don't stay in one spot too long because you're gonna over pluck. And I understand the whole natural thing. You can still make your wigs look natural, but leave the hairline kind of dense, because the more you wear this frontal over time, like the longevity of it is gonna start to deteriorate, because these frontals shed. These are handmade. They're made by knots, you know. Machines aren't stabbing. These are handmade frontals. Like, they might have machines doing them, but shit, as far as I know, there's a lot of people out here that are actually just making their own fucking frontals and ventilating them, and that's taking forever and a day. So all I'm saying is pluck your wig to the point to where you don't over pluck it to where it's too fucking natural, and then your frontal only lasts you like 2-3 weeks, and then you need a new one. I have wigs from like a year or two ago that I still have because of the way I pluck the frontal. I don't need to buy a new frontal. I don't. So that's what I'm just saying. Be careful with the look that you're going for. You can still achieve it without having to do too much. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at. Combs. I have a rat tail comb here, but I don't like how like small the teeth are together. They're too like, I don't know, I just don't like it. So push this back, and then spray it again. This little ridge right here, you're gonna go in and pluck a little bit of that off to make it less manufacturing looking. Especially down here, the ear tab part is like the main part that I like to pluck, because you don't want your sideburns to look wiggy or that one area to be too thick and dark, because it will. This looks really good. See how natural that looks? And then if I was to sit here and part this, like, oh, this is gonna be all her baby hair, if this is what she wanted me to use, and boom. I like to pull, oh shit, I like to pull it up like this just to see, like, let's say she wanted a half up, half down look, and you pull it back, this, you'll see the hairline more like this. You see that? Follow me on Instagram. My hair page is at RiahsBlessing, and I'm pretty active actually on that account. I do answer any questions and concerns through DMs. I take orders through DMs. All right, you guys, both sides look pretty good to me. One side, you know, so here's one side, and then here's the other. I still feel like there's too much hair in the front right here, but like I said, those are her baby hairs, so I'm not gonna over pluck because those are gonna end up getting cut anyways. So with that being said, guys, I will be back when the whole wig is done and bleached. I'm gonna curl it and stuff, and you guys will see the results.